Hello everybody and welcome back to Jade Empire, where we just met Silk Fox, who turns out to be Princess Sun Lian. So that was interesting. She also gave us this Imperial Favor, Spirit +3, Charm +1, Intuition +1, increased chance for getting power-ups from fallen enemies. I don't think we're going to use it quite yet. She also gave us a note. Let's see what that says. Meet me in the pavilion at the entrance to the Scholars Garden. Okay. Well, that's all well and good. We'll get to that eventually. First things first, we have a bunch of people to talk to. Okay, Wildflower, I think. Actually, no, that was going to minimize the game, so I'm just going to spin around a bit here, and we're going to talk to Henpecked Ho first.
I can't believe my luck. I arrive home after being lost, only to find that my wife has gone off to visit relatives.
Well, that's convenient. I'm sorry to hear that.
No, you misunderstand me. My wife, she's not here. I thought I was as good as dead. Now my execution is delayed. Until her eventual return, of course.
Of course. What are your thoughts on our situation?
We made it this far. How hard can it be from here? From what I've seen, you're more than capable of handling anything we're likely to encounter.
Maybe. Why did you marry your wife if she's so difficult?
Like many things in my life, it can be traced back to very bad luck on my part. As I mentioned once before, I was a master of the Drunken Master style. I was the tournament champion in Phoenix Gate when things spun out of control. My need for wine took its toll on my body. There are long periods I don't even remember. After one such period, I came to, having lost most of my clothes and all my money. I was destitute, and without the ability to buy more wine, I couldn't even fight.
Wine is a dangerous companion.
Eventually, I found work cleaning out creature cages at the local arena. One day, I was approached by a man who remembered seeing me fight. He offered to sponsor me. Just like that, I was back in the ring. After climbing my way back to the top of the tournament, my sponsor told me it was time to fulfill my end of the bargain.
I guess you really owed him after that.
Apparently, the agreement stipulated that I must marry his niece. If only I had read the agreement more closely, I could still be shoveling dirt in the creature cages.
I'm sure that's what you were shoveling.
Alas, fate had a crueler path in mind for me. Let that be a lesson for you. Always read the fine print, or you may end up with more than you bargained for.
Indeed. Why did you become a bun master if you were a master fighter?
You're beginning to sound like my wife. Where were you last night? Why were you talking to that woman? Why do you smell like a goat? Always with the question.
I mean, to be fair...
As I mentioned earlier, after becoming tournament champion for the second time, I was forced to marry my sponsor's nubile niece. She is the reason I no longer fight. My disapproving dove did not care for my drinking, or for my friends, or my fighting, or my friends fighting. She believed I should settle down, be more respectable.
Sounds like a match made in heaven to me. And so you became a bun master.
At first I ignored her rebukes and continued fighting, but I soon learned that she was not a woman to be crossed. Prior to one fight, my duplicitous Daisy drugged my wine. I don't remember much of what happened next, which is fortunate. From what I hear, it wasn't very pretty.
Ouch.
I spent the next several months under the tender ministrations of my doting wife. Needless to say, when I was well enough to walk again, I was more than happy to settle down. As to why I became a bun master, well, it's a hard, thankless job that keeps me very, very busy. Very busy.
I see. That's all for now.
As you say, I will be here scrubbing your pots until you call upon me again.
Do you restore chi? No? It'll be a while. Dawnstar, you're conveniently right here.
The Imperial City. I'd always heard how impressive it was. The stories didn't do it justice. I feel like I'm a long way from home, and I don't even know where home is anymore.
Is there anything you want to talk about?
I haven't had any time to think about anything except Master Li and Two Rivers and the Imperial City. It's all so much to take in.
We have so little time to talk. Just wanted to know that you're well.
I've probably told you this story, but when I was young, I dreamt of a magic harp that would take me to a place where no one was troubled by visions or spirits. Now I can't help but picture that poor fish flopping in the streets of the Imperial City, oblivious passers-by casually stepping around it.
So you feel like a fish out of water. I don't know where I belong either.
It feels odd to have lived with an image of the Empire for so long and to lose it so quickly. I miss Two Rivers. I miss Xingwu, Old Ming, Gu Jin. I remember lessons in the school, and you making some joke that had Smiling Mountain snickering under his breath, even as he scolded us for not paying attention. What do you remember about those days?
Mostly the lost friends. I mean, the lessons weren't that hard. And we mostly wandered freely, so... lost friends.
I keep all our fallen friends in mind. With all the spirits I see, it would be hard not to. I see the walls between this world and the next as very thin. Come, we should get going. There's a great deal left to do, and I don't want to leave it for too long.
Indeed not. Okay, so who else do we have to talk to as we proceed to leave our destiny waiting? Sky, what do you have to say?
Always happy to help. What do you need?
I don't know why it always makes me click to continue for Sky. It's kind of weird. What's on your mind right now?
I haven't been to the Imperial City in a while. I traveled here some time ago in my hunt for Gao. In fact, this is where the hunt began. I've come full circle, and I think it's time to let go of the past and look forward. We have exciting things ahead of us.
Indeed we do. There are more pressing things ahead than Gao.
More pressing and more dangerous. What we're attempting, it's madness. All the more exciting. In my heart, I know my daughter rests as easily as any spirit now. Whatever happens, I have that. And if we succeed, I know she finds peace. If I could go back, I don't know if I would. I'm a different man now, and while I treasure the past, I look forward to the future with the same warmth.
You realize you may not have a future if you follow me.
Bah, we'll find a way through any troubles. We're too resourceful to roll over and die.
Maybe.
You know, I look forward most to the day when I figure out how to deal with you.
What's that supposed to mean?
A woman as strong as she is beautiful is rare, but I've encountered that combination before. Normally, I try to flatter you into my bed, but you... You're better than that. You're a companion and a damn skilled warrior, so I find I never quite know how to deal with you.
Let's go with this one. If you can't handle me, maybe you should stick to waitresses and noblewomen.
Where's the fun in that? As I said, I love a challenge.
Well, good luck, Sky. It's gonna be quite a lot of a challenge.
I don't deny your beauty. I just don't want to treat you like I would other women. I respect you, and, well, let's just leave it at that for now.
Well, he's kind of a creep. Zoo, what do you have to say?
I trust your plans go well, despite the dangers you face and inflict. Is there something I can do for you?
I just wanted to know what your feelings are on the Imperial City and how powerful are the Lotus Assassins here. I assume the answer to that is supreme.
They are as powerful as fear allows them to be. Not the specific information you are looking for, I'm sure, but you did ask about my feelings.
Indeed I did.
If their tactics have not changed, everyone fears them as children fear the shadows, never knowing what might come.
They sound more like outlaws than an arm of the Emperor.
They are not outlaws. Their orders come from Death's hand, and he is the will of the Emperor.
Maybe.
At least, that is how it was meant to be. Pardon my outburst. Every act of the assassins has the approval of the Emperor. We were supposed to reflect his glory. That is why some actions should never have been ordered.
Are you referring to the incident that prompted your exit?
The Lotus Assassins were once the Order of the Lotus under Prince Kin, spiritual advisor to the Emperor. During and after the attack on Dirge, changes were made. As flames seared the sky, enemies of the Emperor faced a new threat, Death's Hand. He assumed command of our order, and we began silencing people. Some were killed only to serve as warnings. Others had done nothing except be near his enemies.
Okay, hang on. So, did Death's Hand exist before, what was his name, Sun Qin died? If not, then Death's Hand is probably Sun Qin, yeah? Probably. Anyway, you were ordered to kill innocents? Why even consider it?
I am no stranger to death. That alone is not enough to disturb me. But I see only weakness in targeting innocents, peripheral to the real enemy. Weakness suggests losing the right to rule. Can you see how that shook my faith in the Empire? You seem to see why I had concerns. Perhaps you might understand.
Perhaps
I
I
have
might.
not said everything, and I have not yet decided if I will. But I see something in you that may set things right. We will see. For now, what else do you need?
I mean, that's pretty much it. What do you think of our current situation?
I think it's unwise to trust the Emperor's daughter. She acts without regard for her station, but she is a slave to it like we all are. What other truths might she have missed? She may have good information for you, but I suspect she has her own agenda. Be careful.
Of course she does. Everyone has their own agenda.
Goodbye.
Okay, Wildflower, do you have anything new to say?
There is something here. Some evil thing has happened here. It beats on my mind, and the Guardian, he can't hold it back.
No, I won't let you do this. Not now. Okay then.
You can't stop me from being here. I may not be able to leave, but I can talk and see. I see you, mortal. I've been watching you.
This must be the other.
Ha! I am Yazen, the other of whom Chaika and this girl speak. They have suppressed me ever since we inhabited this body, but this place is different. The evil around me has given me strength, for now at least, and has opened potential doors. I don't claim to goodness, mortal. I hate your kind. But we can work together. If you help me, I shall help you. And I'll be much more valuable than the Guardian.
In what way? Also, what about the girl?
Bah! Who cares about her? She's just another insect. This is about what I can offer you when the time comes. What? No! Chaika! You won't make me go! No!
You stay below, Yazen. You won't harm this girl or this world, and you, Spirit Monk, avoid him. For the sake of this girl, don't let him out. Well, that was creepy.
I'm sorry. They were fighting again. I'll be alright. Soon. Just give me time and I'll be alright.
Okay, then. Well, that's enough of that. Black Whirlwind, what do you got to say?
What? What do you want?
Tell me something about your past.
I remember one time I was hired by two warring clans. They were going to discuss a peace treaty, and they wanted me to make sure things didn't get out of hand. A bunch of fights broke out in the first few days, but after I'd killed a few dozen of their clansmen, they settled down. That's when things got boring. The leaders took the next 3 days to talk, and if they hadn't let me dip into their wine stocks, I might have snapped sooner than I did.
Oh boy, these are some exciting options. Why couldn't they reach a peaceful agreement?
The clan leaders were agreed on peace except for one thing. Jinlo, a beautiful clanswoman. Both leaders wanted her and neither would give her up. After 5 days, it looked like the peace would fall apart. It looked like the two leaders were about to come to blows over Jinlo, so I stepped in. It was my job to stop them from fighting, so I cleaved the wench in two and told them each to take a half. Seemed like a good idea at the time.
I imagine that worked well. You're a brute, Whirlwind. How could you do it?
It was easy. She was small, and my blades are extremely sharp. But it didn't really help, though.
I imagine not.
They weren't too happy with my decision. Everyone turned on me. Of course, they all died, but they gave it a good effort. I don't know what they were so upset about. Better a quick death by the sword than the prolonged agony of your heart being ripped from your chest and thrown to the dogs.
Okay then, what are your thoughts on our situation?
Well, the city has everything you could ever want. Fighting, money, wine, and there was something else that people like, but I can't quite remember what it is. Oh, well, I'm sure it'll come to me once I've had a few bowls of wine. Let's get something to wet our tongues. Women! That's the one I forgot. I must be getting sober if I'm forgetting that one.
That's all for now. Okay, so, let's take a really quick look around here. I just want to spin around so that I don't minimize here. There we go. Can't go through there. This guy's waving at us, and I kind of don't want to talk to him just yet. So, let's avoid him for the moment. Looks like there's absolutely nothing in this room, though. Yeah, let's go ahead and talk to this guy. Hey, look! There's the minimize. It was inevitable. So, by the Outcrier, what do you have to say for yourself?
What a wondrous flyer you have. You don't see any of that design about the city. Since they became more common among the nobles, flyers have been fascinating to me. Allow me to officially welcome you to the Imperial City. I am Bai, the Outcrier, and I am here to direct you around our illustrious capital if you have any questions at all. It would be an honor to say that I aided someone who was greeted by Princess Sun Lian herself.
Tell me more about the layout of this city. Also, I don't know if it's actually coming through, but it just started raining quite hard outside, so you might be able to hear the rain through my mic, although I don't think it gets through the noise gate when I stop talking. So there is that. But tell me more about the layout of this city.
There are several districts within easy walking distance. This area is the market district, and it is filled with all sorts of merchants and traffic. If you cross the waterway and turn left, you will soon come to the Gate of the Golden Way, a rich and luxurious place. The Golden Way is connected to both the Scholar's Garden at its far end and the Necropolis, though no one would venture into those burial grounds without good reason.
Tell me more about this immediate area.
Just over there is the Imperial Arena, where you can test your skills in the finest competition in the land, or grab a drink at the heart of the Empire Tavern within. Out by the waterway you can find the city gates and all manner of merchants hawking their wares. There's also a path off the market district that leads up to the Black Leopard School, home to an ancient order that studies the ways of combat.
Let's hear some more about the places off the Golden Way.
The Scholar's Garden is a wonder to behold. It is decorated with rocks taken from the Valley of Sprightly Stones. The finest minds in the Empire congregate in the garden. If you have a taste for history, the Necropolis is accessible from the Golden Way as well. A city of the dead, the Necropolis is filled with tombs of rich and poor alike.
What of the Lotus Assassins? Where would I find them?
If you were wise, you would not look for the Lotus Assassins. They keep their secrets close, and even spreading rumors can catch their attention.
Well, once again, I don't know which of these is our highest. We've had some success recently with Charm, though, so let's give it a go. You can tell me as a favor. I need to know where to be careful, after all.
How many travelers wander too close to their lair from simple ignorance, I wonder? There are rumors of a secret entrance into a fortress the Lotus Assassins call their own. The entrance may be in the necropolis, which is off the Golden Way. If you're smart, you'll go no closer to that place than this question.
Well, that's where we're headed. Okay, that's all I wanted to know about the city, I guess.
Was there something else you wanted to discuss?
Probably. Do you know of anything happening in the city?
There's almost always something happening in the city. There's Captain San, of course, standing guard at the gates out of the city. Word has it the captain has some bounties.
Okay, we'll probably do those.
Rich rewards for those who can track down some wanted criminals.
Sounds easy. Can you think of anything else?
You must know about the Imperial Arena. Kui, the promoter, is always looking for skilled fighters to participate in his matches. It's this huge building right here.
Okay. What else is going on?
There's word from the Scholars' Garden that some strange outlander has taken up residence there, causing quite the ruckus, as barbarians typically do.
Interesting. Is that all you have?
There's a rumor floating around that the Black Leopard School has been having some difficulties recently. Feuding masters, that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
The Black Leopard School lies across the waterway and up the grassy path, if you're curious.
Any other word?
Word has it there's going to be a new play happening sometime soon in the Golden Way district, over at the large pagoda on the left side of the road. It might not be ready to start yet, but it's certainly worth keeping an eye out for.
Any other news? This is a lot of news.
That's all I can think of right now.
Okay. Would you be able to help me look for someone?
I know many people in the city, but it is impossible to know everyone. Who do you seek?
Well... I'm searching for a man called Master Lee. This guy doesn't need to know that he's Sun Lee.
I'm sorry, I can't say I know anyone by that name. Maybe you can look up at the Black Leopard School, across the waterway and up the grassy path.
Maybe. How would I speak with Death's Hand?
Speak with... Are you mad? No one simply speaks with Death's Hand. He is the commander of the Imperial Army and the Emperor's most trusted servant.
Well, I gotta have words with him.
No, you do not speak with Death's Hand, and even presuming that you are worthy of that honor is considered treason. I know you're new to the Imperial City, but the Lotus Assassins are everywhere. They do not tolerate treason or sedition, and casual questions can be viewed as such.
Well, I've got lots and lots of treason, so I'll be back if I have any other questions for you.
A pleasure to be of service. Enjoy your stay here.
Okay. 60 XP, that was not very worthwhile in terms of XP. So let's go ahead and come over here. We have a lot of exploration to do in the Imperial City. It's going to take a while. We've got commoners over here. I don't think we need to speak with any of them.
Be on the lookout for the Scourge of the South. It is your duty as citizens of the Empire to report anyone who matches this description.
Ooh, that's me. I'm the Scourge of the South.
Keep an eye out for a young woman covered from head to toe in plum-colored armor.
Yep.
Reports suggest that she may be a demon spirit able to change her form at will.
Yep, that's factual.
Do not try to apprehend the Scourge of the South, but instead report what you've seen to the authorities immediately.
Well, all these years together, and I never suspected you were the Scourge of the South. I'm sorry. I know it's not funny. At least they didn't get your looks right.
Indeed. They did get the fact that I'm a shape-shifting demon right, though, clearly. So...
The Scourge of the South has destroyed whole villages in the south. Many innocents have suffered at the hands of the Scourge.
Yeah, Scourge of the South reporting for duty?
Out of sheer...
No? Okay. I guess that's not really an option. This must be the guy with the bounties here. So I think I'm going to go ahead and put a cut in here, and next episode, we'll see what we can do for this guy's bounties. See you all then.